Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, welcome. We have a little bit of a different setup. I did go ahead and redo the background as well. I kind of actually shifted some stuff around, so I don't actually have the old vanity behind me anymore. I'm actually sitting at it, and I moved the one that I was sitting at over to the other side of the room because that's where my husband will be doing his podcasts now. So, well, it's not across the room, it's just literally behind you guys. Literally behind you guys right now. I thought we'd go ahead and do a little bit of a filming sesh because one, I wanted to test out the lighting and stuff and all of that. Because it is a lighter background, I think the lighting's going to be a little bit different. Hopefully not too much. I did kind of try to manually set my settings on my laptop here, which I do have in front of me just so I can, you know, double check with the viewfinder and all that. But today I really wanted to play with this palette and I really want to get a review out for you guys on it as well, or at least my first impression thoughts. And it was kind of a gift. It's a brand that I kind of did want to try, but I didn't end up biting the bullet on. However, thankfully, I didn't get this because a friend did go ahead and purchase this for me for my birthday. So thank you to that wonderful friend. It was, I mean, I'm sure she's okay with me saying who it is. It was Natalia. Natalia has a channel as well if you guys don't know already. I will link her in the description bar down below. She's one of the sweetest people I've met and one of the realest people I've met here on this platform. And she did do a no buy year last year, which was just amazing. And I know she's been buying stuff this year. So if you're interested in that kind of content where what does one buy after a whole no buy year, definitely check her channel out. I think she's really worth the watch. But she sent me this. It's from Rouge Cosmetics. Funny enough, my friend Betsy also just filmed with their newest palette, but I'm going to be filming with an older one. This is the Losing My Religion palette. So that's the actual cover art on the palette, but the sleeve also has a little bit of a different cover art too. It's really, really pretty. I love this. I love this whole vibe. We were talking about this brand during one of our Magpies episodes. They came out with their Gods and Monsters palette, which I thought was really beautiful. When I saw on their Etsy page that they had a Losing My Religion palette, which is one of my favorite REM songs, I just about died. But I didn't end up purchasing it, and Natalia was there during that Magpies episode, and I love a friend who pays attention to detail. So the fact that she actually, you know, listened to that and related it to music, because she's really big in music, it was really nice that she thought of me in that way and decided to gift it to me because it's such a special gift. And look at the backing of this palette. I love, normally I like a plain black or white, but the multi-chromeness on this one, oh, hang on, it's not wanting to focus. There we go. Sorry about that, you guys. There we go. So that is what the palette looks like. It's so colorful. I don't really know what I want to do with it, but we're going to go ahead and play. I think I'm going to see if I can zoom you guys in a little bit more, and then we'll go ahead and do an eye look. All right, so I have zoomed you guys in. We're gonna go ahead and get started. As you can see, like the metallics in here don't seem all that special, and I don't think that they are, but I do think that the mattes will be super, super nice. So I think I'm just gonna go ahead and quickly prime my eyes off camera, and I'm gonna use my Urban Decay primer potion as usual, and I'll be right back. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and try this out. I think I'm gonna try out some new brushes today too. I got a bunch of brushes from Spectrum Collections, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and try those out. I think I'm gonna go into this shade here called Doll Parts. I'm not taking it on a super fluffy brush. This is more of a very skinny blending brush. Let's just see. I'm gonna pop that into our crease area. That's looking really pretty on the lid so far, or well, I guess in the crease, I should say. I really like these type of kind of dusty mauve type shades. mauve, however you say it. I am not sure yet. I'm going to use a little bit of a bigger one. I'm going to go in with the same shade, just grab a little bit on the brush, and I really want to try to kind of blow it out right above. It's actually looking really nice so far. I'm going to do the same thing to the other eye. I'm just going to do that part off camera. I don't know. One eye, I feel like my one eye is like so much more droopy. Okay, I think I'm going to stop there with that shade. Next, I'm going to go into the shade number 1 Crush, which is this kind of bright purple up here. I'm going to take that on the first brush that I used, which was that really thin one. It's the B11 from Spectrum, which is actually, I think it's a blending brush. I think that's why it's labeled with B, but we're just going to go in with this and pop that in the crease to kind of brighten. Just right under that mauve shade that we used. Do you guys ever feel like when you don't play with eyeshadow for like a hot minute, like you almost forget how to use it? Because that's how I'm feeling. Okay, so I think so far I like how that's looking. I think I do want to deepen the outer corner a little bit, so I'm just gonna use this one. This is the Spectrum A12, and I'm gonna go in with this shade down here called Docs. Oh, there. It's hard to do this backwards. I really like a good purple eye look. I will say that's not really very deep, but it's fine because I think we're also going to add in some shimmer. I feel like I'm casting a shadow on myself. I think I'm going to go take this blue. This blue is called Flannel. Right here, the shade, which is kind of a metallic blue. I will say their metallics are not like super duper shiny, but I think they'll do what we need them to do. I'm going to take the shader brush, which is the Spectrum A07. And I think this is more of like an eyeshadow formula than it is like pressed pigment style. So I think it probably is meant to work a little bit more like an eyeshadow. I thought about using a glitter glue, but I don't want to today. And sometimes I feel like they can also make these kind of shadows bunch up, and that's not really the vibe that I'm going for. But it's looking really pretty. Okay, I think I'm gonna do about halfway, and then I'm gonna do the kind of goldish color on the outer, or inner half, sorry. All right, that's not the most like wham bam in your face type of blue that I've ever seen, but I mean, I guess it's pretty for what it is. And on the inner half of the lid, I'm just gonna take another flat shader brush. This one is called Cherub Rock. Right here, this gold shade. And I'm gonna pop that on the inner half of the lid. It looks very, very gold. Super bright gold. And just to blend it, I'm going to bring some of the blue over because I think I want more of the blue rather than the gold. I'm going to let that nicely overlap with each other. I mean, it's not my favorite look so far, but I didn't really know where I was going with this. It was just one of those where I'm like, okay, we're just gonna start and we're gonna go with it. I'm gonna try going in with this Evenflow shade right here, which is the bright green, and I wanna pop that in my inner corner. Ooh, okay, that one's coming off more kick-up-y, so it might be more of a pressed pigment formula, so that is something to be aware of. I feel like it's really not that bright. Oh, I really just wanted like a bright green inner corner, and I feel like it's not as bright as it looks. You know what, that's fine. When we do our highlighter, we'll pop our highlighter over top and kind of give it a more bright effect. This will just kind of give it a little bit of the green base. Not what I was expecting, but that's okay. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna go off camera, do the rest of my face. We'll come back and finish off the eyes, as well as, I mean, obviously the lower lash line and the top part of the eyes. So give me a little bit and I'll be right back. All right, so big. I just put on some foundation, concealer, blush, and bronzer. I did blush my nose, so if my nose looks crazy, that's why. We're trying this, okay? We're gonna try it. So for a highlighter, before I even do my eyes, I think I'm gonna use Divina. I just don't wanna drop my palette. I think I am gonna use, for my cheek highlighter, I'm gonna use Immortality, which I don't know if you're gonna be able to really see. It has a kind of a pink shift to it. Yeah, it's kind of, you can kind of see it there, but anywho, you'll see it when I apply it. I just think this is gonna be pretty. It kind of reminds me of the Mars Melter from Kaleidos. So let's just go ahead and pop that on. Oh yeah, it's totally like that. I like that. It's like a nice light highlight. Do the same thing on this side. I feel like once the highlight's on, the nose isn't looking too crazy. I don't know, what do you guys think? My cheeks look so wild and rainbowy. I don't know, I think it went a little wild, just a little wild. For my inner corner, I'm gonna use another Divina highlight. The green one, which is Delirium. As you can see, there is a little bit of black in mine, but it has a bit of a green shift. There, you can kind of see it there. Okay, pop that back in. Okay, I might take a more dense brush just right to the, okay, let us do this. Ooh, that's pretty. I like that. I'm just gonna blend a little bit of that in. Okay, so for lower lash line, I think I'm gonna start with the dark purple right here, which is called Docs. And I'm gonna take that on a shading brush. Oh, I just had one here. Here we go. Like a super flat shading brush. You want one that's super dense so you don't get the color everywhere. And I'm just gonna start with the outer corner. This damping motion, you're gonna connect to that outer bit. And then usually takes them up this way too, just to kind of like help blend. And I'm just gonna get more. And we're just gonna go along this lash line. So about that much, I guess, like, what is that, 2/3 of the way? You just leave kind of inner third alone. Same thing on this eye. I'm just gonna do this one off camera. I'm using the same brush. I'm gonna go into the shade Baby Doll, which is that kind of bright peachy coral right here. And I'm okay that it might mix in with the purple a little bit because I just want to add that kind of right into the inner part that we've left blank. That kind of brings in the whole highlight situation too. Wow, I have a lot of color on my eyes. Okay, so I'm just trying to think what I want for my lash, not my lash, my waterline pencil, you know? I'm gonna use the Shockwave Neon from LA Girl. It's kind of fun, I think. Okay, I'm just gonna go off camera. I'm gonna do my mascara and pop some false lashes on with this look and also finish off my brows. I will be back to let you know what I'm gonna use as my lip color. Okay, so I ended up doing my lips off camera because I forgot, but I went with a matte lip with this look because I feel pretty glowy. Although I kind of want to add a balm, but we'll see. So I did also add a little bit of the Immortality highlighter to my brow bone. I feel like I really like how that pops. Okay, so for lips, I ended up using the Ace Beauté lip pencil in Be Peachy, and for my liquid lipstick, I used the Makeup Forever Artist Liquid Matte in 103. It's just a really kind of nude color. I don't really know how else to explain it. I probably will add a gloss, probably not right now, but maybe later when I'm doing photos, maybe, I don't know. Yeah, so let me zoom you out. Let's talk about this palette a little bit more. Okay, that feels better. I feel like when you guys are too close, I'm just like, get away from me. I'm just kidding. Okay, so final thoughts on this palette. I think that it's really cute. It's really cute. It looks really pretty on the eyes. I feel like the metallics are not like super punchy, but they're still really pretty. Like I feel like that gold and that blue look really, really pretty on the eyes. I mean, compared to all the special shadows that I have, they're probably nothing. But overall, I think the color story is super gorgeous. The mattes blend so nice. They are so beautiful. Yeah, overall, I feel like I do really enjoy the formula. I do want to try more from the brand, but I would love to see like more amped up metallics. Like I feel like that would be amazing to see from them. So that's basically my final thought. As for pricing, I'm gonna have to look it up because this was a gift, so I'm not really sure. I know that Rebel Rouge, their shop is out of Etsy, I think. Let's see, Rebel Rouge Labs. Yes, so they are an Etsy brand. From South Carolina, United States. Let's see, how do I get to your shop? Okay, well, maybe I can't. Okay, so this is actually one of their bestseller palettes, which, that's crazy. It has 5 stars. I don't know how many reviews. Wow. It has 5 stars out of 581 reviews. Or well, okay, 44 reviews for this product, but the shop has 581 reviews. But everyone's like super happy with this palette. Okay, this person, this eye look. Are you looking at that eye look? Look at that eye look. Look at. How pretty is that? Anyways, I'm gonna have to try that one day. But so the palette is $41.71 Canadian. I want to say it's probably like $30 US or $32 US. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm guessing that it's around that. They are handmade. They're usually ready to ship within 1 to 2 weeks. Now, here was the reason that I didn't buy this. Shipping to Canada was $26.79 Canadian, which is about 20 US dollars. It's a lot sometimes. And here's the thing, if I'm buying a bunch of stuff at the same time, I don't mind paying that shipping price, but when I'm only buying one palette, I really don't want to spend $25 shipping on top of it, because then it just adds to the cost of my palette and it doesn't make me feel like I got the palette as affordable as everybody else. So I usually pass. Anyways, that was probably the reason that I passed on this when I did, but I'm so happy that Natalia sent this to me, because I think I'll definitely be reaching for this again. I think this is a great palette also like to, you know, jump into for color, but then like bring in some of your special shadows from your singles collection, or if you have like the It's Belle palette, the Adept Plain Jane or Ninhydra, like I feel like those kind of palettes could really be brought in to amp up the rest of the colors that are in this look. So I mean, based off of first impressions, I do think it's a beautiful palette. If you're in the US, I think this is super affordable and it's super nice. And if you don't have a huge collection, I think that this is a great addition to your collection. So I really do like the formula of it so far. It's really easy to blend. I didn't have to do a lot of work to, you know, get the shadows to blend. So that was really, really nice. But yeah, I guess so far it's a thumbs up from me. If you enjoyed this video, please go ahead and hit the thumbs up button down below. I would really appreciate it. And if you didn't, you can always hit the thumbs down, and that's okay too. And if you're new here, I would really, really love for you to subscribe to my channel. So don't forget to do that on your way out, and also hit that notification bell so you know every single time I post a new video. Leave me a comment down below. Let me know, have you tried Rebel Rouge Labs, or are you wanting to? Is there a palette you have your eye on? I noticed that they also have blushes, and if you guys know me, I love my blushes and I really want one of those blushes someday. Not for $25 shipping, but someday. Until the next video, you guys, I hope that you all stay safe, stay healthy, and be kind. Bye.